Even when you're physically far apart, you always share a bond with your twin flame. Sometimes when they think of you, the energy between you manifests as signs you can spot. These signs that your twin flame is thinking about you can bring you comfort in a separation stage, or even help further your journey to union. Your runner flame is experiencing the same signs when you think of them, but whether they're going to consciously notice them depends on where they are in their spiritual journey. Number 6. The soul tie of emotion. This can be a tricky one to explain if you haven't felt it yet. Since you and your twin flame share the same soul, a feeling you don't get in any other type of connection, the tendency would be to feel everything that they feel, and vice versa. It's entirely normal to wonder if your twin flame is thinking about you. And when this thought comes out of nowhere in the middle of the day, it's usually a sign of this soul tie. It's actually a reaction to your runner flame wondering if you are thinking about them. Twin flames naturally feel this unexplainable soul tie to one another that makes them feel more connected to one another. Whatever emotion the other may feel, anxious, happy, enthusiastic, is also felt by the other. This is also the reason why when one of you experiences an intense wave of emotions, the other person would also feel this by the same intensity. Number 5. The gut feeling. If you have this feeling that they indeed are thinking about you and are missing you, then you're probably right. Twin flames have a better developed intuition than most, and similar to feeling someone looking at you, they can often just know when their twin is thinking about them. On some level, you are both thinking about each other, always. The times we actively feel it like this are often in times of high emotion or energy. Perhaps someone has mentioned your name around them, or they saw something which triggered a memory with you. Number 4. Shared dreams or dreaming of your twin flame. Have you ever heard the saying that if you dream of someone, it's because that person is thinking about you? There's a strong possibility this old wives' tale actually stems from twin flame connections. Twin flames are naturally programmed to gravitate towards one another. When you're asleep, your consciousness is freer from human experience conditioning, and can thereby follow its natural instinct. When it comes to twin flames, that instinct is to be together. You may or may not remember the dreams when you wake up. Sometimes your twin flame could come across as a familiar presence without a face you can recognize. In some cases, you see their faces again and again. In others, they might show up in different ways, but you will know deep down inside who they are. Communication through dreams in the astral realm is incredibly common with twin flames, even before they physically meet. Even if you don't share the exact same dream, which does happen, dreaming of them is commonly your subconscious reaction to them missing you. Number 3. An outreach of energy. When your twin soul thinks of you, they'll almost always reach out through your bond on the higher dimensions. We often talk about telepathic communication this way, but even if there is no clear message, there's still an unexplainable feeling of immense energy in your body. With this energy, you get the sudden urge to get out of your comfort zone and be more productive than usual, whether it's finding a new hobby or doing something you've never done before. Twin flames often push each other to create and often have shared goals even when they're physically separated. If you're seeing this sign, it's more than just your twin flame thinking about you. They're actively supporting you and trying to help your twin flame healing process. Number 2. A feeling of love and protection. A twin flame connection is like no other. Nothing will ever compare to the feeling you get from your twin flame, even when you're not physically together. Twin flame energy is constantly there to heal, guide, and protect you, and when they're thinking of you, that energy is more focused. You might feel a sudden wave of comfort and safety out of nowhere, or your body temperature itself might even raise. As with most of these signs, it will be more obvious at some times than others. For example, if they're worried about you, then you're more likely to feel this outreach of protection. Number 1. Silence. This might be one of the more surprising signs, but also one of the most common. We're in constant need of a connection, whether we know it or not, and we're only satisfied in silence when we have that subconscious 5D telepathic connection. Silence can be the strongest form of communication in itself. Sometimes, when both of you and your twin flame share silence, it can also be a sign that they miss you. You already share the same soul, so you don't need words to verbally get a point across to the other. One of the advantages of having a twin flame is that even without telling them, they probably already know. Sometimes they know you better than you do yourself. When they miss you or in moments that you consume their thoughts, they can just be silent about it. I know how incredibly hard some stages of the twin flame journey can be. The more you look for these signs, the more you're likely to spot them. Allow them to guide and empower you to further your path towards union.